Huh? I still have my light on. I'm putting on my gloves. It's still cold outside. Yeah, let me pick up this phone. Oh, wow. Wow. Working the camera too. This is so amazing today. Hey. Come on, go back. Go back. Yeah. I forgot to bring my camera stick today. It's funny. I'm blocking this thing like a mouse today. Well, today I'm doing another quick. How many miles am I running today? Like 26 miles or so. 26 or so, 27 today. It's an easy job. And I think I'm like, I got another 12 and a half more and I'll be done. 26 for the day. Easy. It's really funny what I was thinking this morning. I think my thoughts kind of just shut down on me because I started out by, what did I do today? I create a mantra. Like I turned this running into where even though my mind kept going in and out, I was repeating in my head, teach me your wisdom. That's how I was repeating in my head today. Teach me your wisdom. I'm on the traffic light. Let me stop. Looking good, huh? Yeah, still looking good. Let me see. So I was talking about traffic light. Okay, of course. So every time I move my feet, I just say, teach me your wisdom. So that was my mantra for the day. Teach me your wisdom. See, my hand is in the camera too. Maybe I should look at that stick. Teach me your wisdom was the mantra of the day. And today, as you can see, I'm not holding this thing properly, but I figured out, teach me your wisdom with the word of the day. So I'm going to hold this thing funny. So that means I got to slow down. So it's funny to be able to run a marathon. It's not really hard. You just have to train your mind. Because I know a lot of people. Plus I got this vegan t-shirt on this morning. So a vegan t-shirt. Yeah. Veganism, that's what I have on today, the vegan t-shirt. So, running 26 miles is not hard. You just have to train your mind. And I know it sounds crazy, and that's what I've noticed, because when you train your mind, your body will be trained easy also. But not training your mind, sometimes it's just not good for the body. So this marathon, because when I first started running these things, before I started doing the 100-mile races, I never thought I could come outside and just wake up. So I'm gonna run 10 miles Monday to Friday. Saturday, today, I'll just do a marathon. Then Sunday I'll come and do another. I never thought I would do that. Man, my lips are dry. I need some water. Biscuit. So, and I'm saying this because that's the whole essence about doing yoga for me. For me, that's the whole essence. Man, it's cold. I didn't bring my camera stick. Man, I am acting the biscuit this morning. That's the whole essence of running this marathon for me today. So, I train my mind with yoga and meditation. So that way, because my goal when I was running is to not get tired. It's not how fast I can run it. The goal is to not get tired. Because I stopped caring about the time. So my goal became to not get tired. And to not get tired means I have to focus on how I put my feet on the ground. And that's what I've done. I train myself to do that. Because when you are honest with yourself, you can really train yourself. You train your mind to run a marathon. The only reason why a lot of people are struggling with marathons is because they're not honest. Self-honesty. When you want to push your body, you got to cut out two things, the ego and self-honesty. And watch how you eat. You know, you don't even have to run a marathon. All you got to do is go for a walk, breathe into the body. But I'm talking for runners this morning. You know, because there's a spiritual aspect, you know, in trying to build into this whole long distance. You can't do it with ego. Your speed walk just won't help you. You gotta really build that speed very slowly. That's how you build your speed to run a marathon. And that slowly means from running slowly and gravity, and understand how gravity pulls you. It's just basically training the mind. If you are not honest with yourself, you can forget it. And that's the reason why I always say I'm a firm believer of a woman God. Amazed to me. Childbearing, how a woman push out a baby, that's the beginning for me. You know, we all have our own beliefs, but for me, the woman giving birth, yeah, that's the beginning. Man, can I even reply back? Let me see if this still works. My hand is cold this morning. Yeah, here's this. Yeah, my hands is cold. Man, look at this camera. It sucks it up. Yeah. I thought it's warmed up a little bit, but I guess not. So, to be able to run this marathon, you got to train your mind. And that's how you develop speed. Self-honesty and ego has to disappear. Because I know a lot of people want to run a marathon over and over and over. But the thing is, the science behind it is self-honesty and ego. If you're not honest with yourself, a marathon is always going to be painful for you. If you're not honest with yourself, your ability to get up and run another 26 miles after running a marathon the previous day, it's just impossible. You have to be really, really let go of the ego. Yeah, and when you do this long distance running, you have to be extremely humble. You have to realize that everybody around you is your teacher. So that whole speed walk thing, it might work for some people, but it just doesn't. So like today, I'm just gonna come out here, run 26 miles easy. But you gotta train your mind. That's where the yoga and meditation comes into play. Because when you don't train your mind, running a marathon is just too painful. Yeah. Because I see a lot of marathon runners, and trust me, I've done it before where I let a friend, I run a marathon with a friend. I told him to slow down. Never said anything. I just know I'm going to catch him up by mile 18. Because by mile 18, most marathon runners, they're not smiling no more. But it's not because they're not in shape. You have to train your body. No, you have to train your mind. You got to be humble. That's why most people, after running a marathon, they go through this little depression syndrome. Because you have lied to yourself by not completing the necessary work for you to run that marathon. So that's why it's so painful. You got to be honest with yourself. The ego has to disappear. Always, a marathon is always going to be painful. Like today, I'm going to do another 26 miles at ease. You know, plus, the big deal about running a marathon, this is too much, the way they talk about it. So the fear that they created in one's head already is the fear of running. But the thing is, your body is so amazing. Running a marathon is easy. Like literally, I can remind someone that's never run a marathon before how to run one with ease. Ease. I'm not saying train. I'm saying remind. Yeah. The word train stands for ego. I'm saying I can remind somebody that's never run a marathon before. Look at my accent. That's never run a marathon before how to run one. I'm not saying I'm going to train you, but I'm going to remind you, because you're already born with that gift. It's in your feet. And that's why I just laugh. But the thing is, when people run marathon, they become an expert. Man, when you run just 1-2 marathon, you are just beginning. Endurance running is a real spiritual journey. That's why you got to do your yoga, your meditation. Yeah, you could pretend like you don't have time to stretch. As long as you are not stretching, the marathon is always going to be a disaster. You got to do yoga. You got to meditate. Because the meditation is how you let your body, you ease your mind, you train your mind to forget about the pain. So like for example, this little 27 miles I'm going to do today, my goal is to not get tired. It's not a PR. So I literally stroll and just enjoy it. So I'm talking to all the runners today. I can remind you how to run a marathon in 7 months. You've never run before. Easy. And I'm not saying train you, because train means ego. Because I cannot train nobody because I'm still learning. So in order, because I say, I want to run a marathon. Well, there's 2 things to running a marathon. Self-honesty and cut off the ego. And trust me, a lot of marathon runners are not telling the truth. Some of us are clairvoyant, we can see it. That biscuit will beat you up 26 miles. Especially if you're not humble with it. Take a look at the Kenyans. Extremely humble brothers. Because when we do those kind of long runs, you got to be humble. And that's what I always talk about. You got to respect women. That's when you're going to realize the child of bearing will remind you the pain that women go through in bearing when they're giving birth to babies, shall I say. When you think about it, you realize a marathon, running 100 miles, it is nothing. But that statement, you will never understand it as long as you're honest with yourself and you are swimming in the world of ego. So let me go ahead and finish this easy 26 miles. Let me wave back to everybody. Yeah. Wave back to everybody. I'm going to go ahead and finish this easy 26 miles. And tomorrow, I'm going to get up again and probably do another 34. Easy too. Why? I breathe into my body. One love.